Hello everyone, I am here with another topic, cell structure and functions. Today I am going to tell you about cell structure and functions. My name is G.VARSHITH Prachotan and I am from 8th day. First, your mind have raised the question that what is a cell? A cell is a basic structural and functional unit of life. It is also called as biological structure of all known organisms. Next comes the types of cells. Not only in human body, in all organisms, there are different types of cells. For example, in human body, platelets, nerve cells, neurogeal cells, cartilage cells, stem cells, red blood cells. In white blood cells, we have another types: neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, lymphocytes. In muscle cells, skeletal cells, and in muscle cells, cardiac cells. Next, we would see the types of cells. You can see here the types of cells. The nerve cell, in muscle cells, striated voluntary cells, and smooth involuntary cells, and cardiac cells. In bone cells, we can see these bone cells and gland cells. In blood cells, red blood cells and white blood cells. In white blood cells, I have told you that we have another type: lymphocyte, monocyte, neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil. And these are the reproductive cells: sperm cell and ovum cell. Now we would know who had discovered the cell. Discovery of cell. The cell was first invented by a scientist called Robert Hooke. While he was observing a slice of cork under a microscope, he saw the small, tiny cells and then discovered the cell. But the, his invention was a dead cell. Next, Leeuwenhoek. He was the second scientist who invented the cell. His success was that he created, sorry, he found a living cell. He was observing the water in a pound and observing the cells in the water of a pound. You can see here the Leeuwenhoek and the cell he invented, Volvox. Next comes Robert Brown. He is the person who invented the nucleus. You can see the nucleus and the Robert Brown and his microscope. Now let's do two activities: observing human cheek cells and observing onion cells. Observing human cheek cells. Materials needed for this activity are a toothpick or a cotton paste, methylene blue, a glass slide, and a cover slide. The procedure: take a white patch of your mouth at the side teeth of in your mouth and place it in the slide and add some drops of methylene blue and cover it with a cover slide on it. After that, watch it in the microscope. You could see blue cells which are human cheek cells, but the reaction when we added methylene blue shows us blue cells, but the actual color of human cheek cells is transparent. You can see the above photo. Next comes the onion peel cells. Onion. We need the materials are onion, a glass and cover slide, and some water. Take a thin peel layer of the onion and add some water and cover it. You will see a rectangular shaped cells. These are onion cells. as you can see in above. Now we would learn the interior part of cell. The main part in the cell is a nucleus. Nucleus is the main part which controls all the metabolic activities. It is a membrane bound organelle that contains genetic material of eukaryotic organisms. It contains endoplasmic reticulum, and this endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two parts: rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And it also contains cell membrane and plasma membrane. Cell membrane contains all the organelles. You can see here the uh, nucleus and its parts. Here we can see the pore, nuclear envelope, the nucleolus inside the nucleus, the nucleoplasm, the chromatin material, and endoplasmic reticulum. Now let's learn the interior part of nucleus, that is nucleolus. It is the brain of nucleus. It orders nucleus to do metabolic activities. It is like the brain of a human body. You can see the parts of nucleolus: nuclear envelope, outer membrane, inner membrane, the nucleolus, nucleoplasm, chromatin, heterochromatin, euchromatin, ribosomes on the nucleolus, and nuclear pore. Let's know some differences. We would know first the differences between plant cell and an animal cell. Plant cell, it has a nucleoid and a big vacuole is present in it and cell wall is present. Animal cell, it has a nucleus, and instead of nucleoid in plant cell, animal has a nucleus, and it contains a small vacuole and endoplasmic reticulum is present instead of cell wall. The cell wall is present of is made up of cellulose. And next comes the prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are single-celled organisms of domains bacteria and archaea. All prokaryotes have plasma membranes, cytoplasm, ribosomes, a cell wall, DNA, and lac membrane bound organelles. Many also have polysaccharide capsules. You can see the structure of prokaryote. This is a bacteria cell. You can see a bacterial flagellum, which is its tail, and a green color liquid cytoplasm, blue color spots, ribosomes, and a green color structure going into the cytoplasm is mesosome, and yellow structure, cell wall, capsules, DNA nucleoid, and plasma membrane. Next comes the eukaryotes. A eukaryote is an organism with complex cells or a single cell with a complex structure. In these cells, the genetic material is organized into chromosomes in the cell nucleus. Animal, plants, algae, and fungi are all eukaryotes. There are also eukaryotes among single cell protists. You can see the structure of eukaryote: nucleolus, nucleus, mitochondria, ribosomes. As I told you, ribosomes and mitochondria are the organelles inside the cells. Chromosomes. Chromosomes are thread-like structures located inside the nucleus of animal and plant cells. Each chromosome is made up of protein and single molecule of deoxyribonucleic acid (DNA) passed from parents to offspring. DNA contains the specific instructions that make each type of living creature unique. You can see the chromosome, and the mid part is called the centromere, and the blue structure around the this is called chromatid. The inside part, which is in pink color, is chrom sorry genes. In genes, DNA is present. Now let's know about DNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. As I told you, the blue color structure is the genes, and inside genes DNA is present. Thymine, adenine, guanine, and cytosine. These four mix and make DNA. Thymine and adenine are a pair, and guanine and cytosine are a pair. Next comes RNA. RNA stands for ribonucleic acid, structure of RNA. Sugar phosphate backbone, nitrogenous base, adenine, uracil, guanine, cytosine. Here, the DNA has from two sides, but in RNA, it is only from one side. And thymine is not present in RNA. Bacteria cells. Structure. Bacteria, singular bacteria, are classified as prokaryotes, which are single-celled organisms, which is a simple internal structure that lacks a nucleus and contains DNA that either floats freely in a twisted thread-like mass called a nucleoid or in separate circular pieces called plasmids. Bacteria cell is an example of prokaryote. You can see the bacteria cell. The three tails are called flagella. Capsule, sticky coating, cell wall. The small hair-like structures you can see on the exterior of the bacteria cell, these are called villi. The inside pink color part is called nucleoid, and ribosomes, cell wall, capsule, plasma membrane you can see in this interior of the cell. Thank you and have a good day.